All right, Garret Biss coming at you with some more daily Stoic wisdom. We're going to look back at some wisdom that was shared by Marcus Aurelius and see what we can do with this information or this wisdom and apply it in our recovery journey to help bolster our recovery journey. And this one passage I was reading says, whenever someone has done wrong by you, immediately consider what notion of good or evil they had in doing it. For when you see that, you'll feel compassion instead of astonishment or rage. Now, sometimes people will do things that hurt us or upset us or anger us or frustrate us or take something away from us, or they just treat us in a way that we don't feel is right, we don't think is proper. If we can put ourselves in their perspective and try to see things through the lens of their argument or their point, or find the motivating factors for what might have led them to do the action that they committed, this is an opportunity to fuel compassion and fuel understanding. One thing that I know is true about all of us and everything that we do and every good and every bad thing that we've done in our lives, and is true of everybody else as well, is how we are acting in the moment, the things that we're doing in the moment, is the best that we can do in that moment with the limited time, the limited resources, the limited knowledge, the limited experience that we have in that moment. Now that might fluctuate, that certainly does fluctuate from time to time, as we can perform better in some moments than in others. But what we're doing in that moment is the best that we can do to fulfill a basic human need that we have that we feel is not being met. So when we act in a certain way, if somebody acts out against us in rage or in frustration, or they hurt us in some way, in reality, if you can distill it down to the core, that motivation, that core motivating factor or whatever that led them to do what they did, and you can see things through their perspective, it helps us understand how they are just trying to go after a basic human need with the best tools, the resources, the awareness that they have of the situation, and the energy that they have at that time. We all have the same basic human needs for acceptance, for connection, the same bodily basic needs that we have. We have the same needs for security, to be able to provide for ourselves and provide for our loved ones. But each of us has gone a different path, and each of us has developed different tools or different understandings or limited resources, and the best that we can do at that time is the way that we're acting out. So if somebody acts out against me or hurts me in some way, if I can flip that around and look through their perspective, what is the basic need that they're trying to have fulfilled? Are they insecure? Are they afraid they're going to lose something? Do they need some attention because they have some kind of insecurity, some kind of pain inside of them that says that they're not good enough, so they're acting out in a certain way to get attention or to draw the attention of certain people? Do they feel so bad about themselves that they need to try to cut me and put me down so that they can feel like they're above me or they can lift themselves up? Maybe that's the kind of pain that they're going through, and the best that they know how to act in that moment, in that time, is with the limited time, the resources, the wisdom, the awareness that they have at that time. So, just as Marcus Aurelius says, when someone has done wrong by you, immediately consider what notion of good or evil, what notion of good, what notion of them trying to fulfill their own basic needs or do good for another person that might come at a cost to you, or what notion of evil they had in doing it. What notion of pain that they have inside of them, or some insecurity that they have inside of them that they're trying to compensate for or overcome. What's that notion of good or evil? For when you see that, you'll feel compassion instead of astonishment or rage. I hope this Stoic wisdom helps you in your journey, and I hope it benefits you today or sometime in the near future. Please share this video with somebody that needs to see it and needs to hear this message. Drop your comments below. And as always, reach out if there's anything I can do to support you in your recovery journey. You be well. Hey YouTube fam, Garret Biss here. Thanks for checking out this Stoic recovery video. If you want some more Stoic recovery, click up here. You can check the next video in the series. If you want some other videos on addiction, on recovery, click down here and we'll take you over to a good playlist. Please drop your comments below. I want to know what you thought of this video. Please share it with somebody that would like it. And of course, click down here and subscribe to join this channel so you get notifications when the next videos come out. Appreciate you. You be well.